Hi Yanks. I think we need to have a talk about internet privacy.
What? Have you been searching on my hard drive again? That's not cool.
I didn't say internet piracy. I said internet privacy.
Oh, you mean like invasion of privacy?
That's right. I mean that someone can invade your privacy on the internet, and you won't have any idea what they are doing, and often won't have any evidence to use to prove that they did it.
Well, I always use my screen name on the internet. All my friends know me as Strawboy92 on the internet.
I've seen your screen name when you were chatting with your friends while I'm helping you with your homework. But you should know that the internet is always developing, and it's not very hard to follow a trail from your screen name all the way to your front door.
But I'm a boy. Boys don't have to worry about privacy because all of the stalkers I know on the internet are looking for girls.
Stalking is only one of the ways that people can harass you on the internet. Bullying is also very common among boys and girls. Bullies can use personal information about you to invent even more embarrassing ways to shame you in front of your friends. Also, con artists and fraudsters can impersonate someone you know on the internet, or an authority figure on the phone. Like a police officer stating that they are looking at your file and reading information they learned on the internet. If you are convinced by their act, they may be able to influence your actions to make it easier to rob you, steal your identity, or even to do these things to your parents.
You mean like when Leonardo DiCaprio pretended to be an airline pilot in that movie? That was just funny. I didn't think that was very scary.
That's the idea. But the technology used by con artists today is much more advanced. They don't rely on uniforms and expensive watches to distract people from the truth. They use the fact that much of the world runs on computers now, and it's not common for humans to double-check information that seems to come from a reliable electronic source.
I don't know where you are going with this. Most of the stuff I do on the internet is just fooling around with my friends, just like we do if we are hanging out, except we are using Facebook because it's just easier. I don't have a credit card. And my cell phone tells me every number that calls. If I don't see a name, I don't answer the phone. If a police officer left a message on my phone, I'd just let my parents listen to it and decide what to do.
I'm not saying that you aren't smart, Javier. And you are right to use the internet as much as you do, because the vast majority of people there don't mean anyone any harm. But you have to imagine that everything you type on your keyboard, even everything you put into a text message on your phone, copies of these things are being saved, just like they say that God has a big book in heaven of everything you've done in your life and He is judging you. With every passing day, that book is becoming cheaper and cheaper for a mere mortal to buy. This complete stranger may eventually know more about you than you can remember about yourself. And it's hard to predict what this person will do with that information.
Thank you. You've officially gotten me very scared now. I hope that you at least have some suggestions for how I can be more careful.
I don't really know the answer. I can tell you something that can help, though. Always ask yourself questions, and don't be afraid to ask questions of anyone approaching you on the internet before having a conversation about your personal life. If you start to get a strange feeling from anyone, don't be afraid to walk away from your computer and talk to your parents about it before responding. Do not immediately trust messages that you get, just because a picture of someone you know, or a screen name that you recognize is beside the message. If you think one of your friends is just playing a trick on you, call him on the phone and talk it over. If he doesn't answer the phone, respond with a message that says if he doesn't call you back, you will assume he is a psychopath pretending to be your friend. That's it. Don't even read any more messages. Close your application at that point. He will eventually figure it out that he crossed a line. There are some simple tricks that you should learn before going to college. One is how to back up all your emails on a secure local hard drive, in case you ever need to show them to the police. When I say secure, I mean a drive that is disconnected from your computer when you aren't using it, so a nasty program can delete the data on it. The other thing is how to capture a screenshot on your computer and also on your phone, and save these in the same secure location if you ever see anything you don't like. You need to trust yourself to keep a record of these events, and not a for-profit website that you are using for free. This will help you solve any mysteries you find online. There's also one more useful thing that almost nobody does these days, but I think it will get more common in the future. You should keep a notebook beside your computer and write a log entry into that notebook anytime you create an account, or put personal information into a form. Information like your cell phone, social security number, screen name, passwords, vehicle tag number, your birth date, even photos. Look at this record from time to time and ask yourself, what benefit did I get from giving that information? Was it worth the risk that maybe a malicious virus was behind that form? If you can find any way to limit using these forms, you should do that.
I wish someone could just guarantee that the sites I use every day are safe from evil people.
Trust me. Companies that have been on the internet for more than 10 years have gotten very good at automatically recognizing strange behavior and blocking computers that exhibit this behavior from accessing data. For example, if one computer on the network creates 10 accounts in only a few hours, and then suddenly starts trying to link to other, more established accounts, that computer will be marked as suspicious and its activities will be watched closely or blocked. So the main concern you should have is with new companies that started very fast. Ask your parents or someone you trust who knows a lot about the company before joining.
I'm glad that you didn't suggest that I delete my Xbox Live account or wipe out my hard drive every 2 months. Maybe I should go into Facebook and see how many third-party applications are accessing my profile and my location information on my phone. I'm sure there are some of these that I don't really need. I got an invitation to join the Hippo Madness game, which allows my friends to post animated hippos on each other's walls. Maybe I should send a message to Carl and tell him to talk to you about whether the creator of Hippo Madness is a trustworthy friend of his.